Hi guys and girls, it's me again, Adrian, and I thought again I'd make another video, and this time I thought I'll show off the magic cartridge itself. So this is the cartridge I've been using to play all the Sonic ROM hacks that I showed in my last two videos. So this is proof that I have one of these. So this one's called the Mega EverDrive cartridge. It's version 2, I believe. I think it's the V2. Yeah, I think this is the best one on the market at the moment. So it's made by the creator there. Let's put his name there. I got this from Stone Age Gamer. I got it from that site, and it wasn't cheap, I can tell you that. This was a very expensive cartridge. Because of where I live, I had to pay more to make up the more of the American dollar, because here in Australia, our Aussie dollar is very weak at the moment. It's not worth it. It's not worth much. I think it's only worth about what, 70 something cents, so 70 something US cents. So this cartridge, I got this cartridge, this EverDrive cart, back in the end of July, and so I had to fork out a lot of money for it because they're not cheap, as you may or may not know. So I had to fork out a lot of money on it. It cost me over $300. Plus the original price and shipping to my address, so you know, it was over $300, put it that way. That's a lot of money for something like this, but you know what, it's worth it in the end, because you get to own all the games. You don't need a big collection of Mega Drive Genesis games or Master System games or 32X or whatever. You know, if you've got this, you can virtually and practically play, you know, all of them on a single card, and that's great, you know. But what I really wanted it for was to play the Sonic ROM hacks. You know, I've been dreaming of playing them since, yeah, I think 2009, since I first knew about them. And I thought, oh wow, you know, wouldn't it be great to play Sonic Mega Mix and the, you know, all the other ones. Of course, the truth is that most of them don't even play on this thing, and it's not the EverDrive cart's fault. It's the games. It's the way they're done. They're not. You see, the games, I play them through this, okay, and I play them on that. That's the Mega Drive I'm using. This is the Mega Drive I've had for years. So, you know, but because this is real hardware, it's not an emulator, it picks up things a lot more than what emulators do. And like, for instance, you know, the ROM hackers that make the Sonic hack games, they you know, the authors and the creators and all that, they generally what they would do, I'd assume, is they test their ROMs on emulators when they're looking for bugs and glitches and things like that. But when they're using emulators are not as accurate as finding things as what the real hardware is. So, you know, for instance, I don't know if you've seen my last two videos where I showed all the bloody errors, the address errors, and you know, things like that. You know, they wouldn't be as common on emulators, you know, and it's only because, like I said, emulators can't pick up things as well as what real hardware can. I suppose in a way it's an advantage that emulators have over the real hardware, you know. But I know Fusion emulator is one of them that really is close to the real hardware. There's a lot of, because that emulator would find things. It finds things more than what, say, Gens would, because Gens is an older one. And like I was saying, what they do is they generally test these games on their emulators, and you know they naturally think, oh, well, you know, breezing through the game, they don't find anything wrong with it. No address errors pop up and things like that. But then, you know, so they pass it off as, you know, well, there's nothing wrong with it. See, that's the difference. You know, back in the day, back in 1991 or whatever, we'll just say 91, 92, when Sonic 1 and 2 came out, you know, Sonic Team had to test it on the real hardware. You know, there was no emulators back then. So you were guaranteed the game was going to work on the intended machine, this intended hardware. You know, there was no emulators back then. But today it's different. You know, unless you got a lot of money to buy one of these things, you can't really test them on real hardware, like I have, you know. So yeah, they see there's nothing wrong with it. They think there's nothing wrong with it, so it passes, you know. And then other emulators would pick up things that certain emulators won't, you know. Gens is an older emulator. I know Gens is older than Fusion, so Gens would not struggle as much to play ROMs as what Fusion would. Fusion will struggle a little bit more because it's a better one. It's closer to the real thing. And all it is with ROM hacks is when they don't play, when they show address errors and they crash, they freeze, things like that. All it is it comes down to unaligned data. It's the timing cycles of unaligned code and data in a ROM. And because it hasn't been coded properly, you know, the real hardware here, it picks up on it straight away, you know, like a click of a finger. And, you know, you get, it says illegal instruction on the screen, you know, and it does that on nearly every game. But I don't want to go too much into the ROM hacks again, you know, I'm getting sick of them now. So I really want to focus on this thing itself. So I'll just go back to talking about the cartridge, of course, that's what the video is about. So we'll forget about the Sonic hacks for now. So yeah, so that's all it is, you know, it's unaligned data and stuff like that. It's inaccurate coding. So yes, going back to this, what I do is, hang on, got the Mega EverDrive cartridge here. I got it from Stone Age Gamer. I got a cool case with it. It's got other things in it. I'll show you. I want to go into a lot of detail on this. What we even got a manual. It came with a cool instruction manual. Explains about the cartridge, how to use it, what exactly you have to do. So don't panic out, guys out there, if you're planning on getting one of these and you don't quite know or can't quite figure out how to download the ROMs into the cartridge. It explains it in here. And what else? It came with a sticker. Cool sticker. There's another sticker in here too. This is just all my notes and stuff I keep in here. I keep a few notes and things in here from certain games. Yeah, there's another sticker there. It's a good site, this, where I got the cartridge from. It's not cheap, the cart, but it's worth it. I think it's worth it. And, well, this, I just put this in here myself. This is just an extra SD card and micro SD card. So, as you can see here, I'll shine it in the light. See the thing in the middle? That's the micro card slot. Well, that little micro card right there, that is what holds all the games. They're not. You're not actually playing them off the cartridge. You're playing them off the micro card that sits on top there. This little chip here, amazing, eh? That's what holds all the games. It's a full. I'm trying to make it focus. It's a 4GB micro card. And where's that other thing? Oh, there it is. It's camouflaged on the coffee table. It came with a SD adapter. So what you would do is, I don't know if you can see too well here on the coffee table because I'm trying to do it with one hand, but the micro card would slip in the center there, right? And you put that into your PC, laptop or home computer, whatever, and you go fishing for ROMs. You start downloading them into the micro SD card. When you're done, you take it out of there and you pop it back in the cartridge. I'll try and demonstrate. There, see? It'll click to let you know that it's in. Yep, it's in. Just had to make sure. So yeah, so that's how you would play them. And this was good because I didn't even have to download any instructions on what to do, like, because before you start using one of these, before you start downloading games and Mega Drive Genesis games and stuff like that, you've got to, there's a certain link you've got to download. And I was hesitating. I was hesitating at first because I thought, oh, you know, I've got to look for this link to download, otherwise it won't work. But it so happens that the 4GB micro card that came with the cartridge here, it had the link already downloaded in the micro SD card, so I didn't actually have to download anything, you know. It was all set to go. All I had to do was start fishing for ROMs and start, you know, dumping them into the micro SD card. So that's literally what I did. And I took a bit of fart-assing around at first because I had to learn, you know, stupid me, I forgot to unzip the files. And they came up on screen, you know, the ROM file has to be unzipped. You know, because this cartridge will only accept, you know, either Mega Drive, Genesis files, 32X files, you know, SMS files, which is Sega Master System, or bin files. You know, it won't accept anything else. If it says zip, if it comes up zip, it's going to tell you to unzip it. So you got to, you know, take it out, put it back in the computer, PC, whatever, and unzip it, extract files. So yeah, I know how to do it now. It's very easy, you know. So that's how that works. Quite simple, really. And this has even got a pause button on there for your Sega Master System games. And I think that on the side, the manual explains that's for homebrew development. Is that a USB port, I think? Yes. It's hard to see. I'm trying to shine it in the light more so you can see, yeah. It's a not micro SD, it's a USB port, yeah. For homebrew development, that's what the manual says. So, yeah. So on the back it looks like just any other regular Mega Drive Genesis card. And one of the key features I forgot to mention was you can choose to get it in 3 different colours. There's, what is it, titanium grey, crimson red, or pitch black. I chose pitch black only because the console is pitch black and I wanted it to match. I think it says on the case here, pitch black, yeah. So yeah, so this thing will play not only your Mega Drive Genesis games, it will play 32X games, but you have to have the peripheral, the add-on, connected to your whole Mega Drive Genesis there. It'll play Sega Master System games, and you can even download Mega CD, Sega CD region BIOS in this. So which will allow you to play, you know, CD-ROM based games from different regions. You know, if I want to, well, I live in a power region, so mine is Mega CD 50 Hertz. But if I want to play the North American 60 Hertz Sega CD games, I can now. You know, which is good because there's a lot I'm really keen on trying, like Android Assault. That's one that never came out here on the Mega CD, and I know that's a North American exclusive, or it might have also come out in Japan, but it didn't come out here. So there you go. And there's others too. So that's not the only one. We missed out on a lot of games here back in the day. And what else can it do? There's something else it can do that I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, this also works as a RAM cart for the Mega CD, Sega CD attachment here. You know, back in the day you could buy RAM carts which would work as, they would hold more memory. So games where you needed to save, like, I don't really have many that where you have to save for, because I got a lot of platformers and things like that, but I think Snatcher might have been one where you had to, you really had to rely on the RAM card a lot for saving. And the add-on itself here, the Mega CD CD-ROM attachment here, can hold a little bit of memory itself, but it's not a lot. So you're going to run out eventually, and you're going to need a RAM card. But the Mega EverDrive cart works as a RAM cart too. You can use it that way. I've tested it like that, and it works. You know, like for instance, I've got no, of course, okay, Sonic CD is a platformer, action platformer, but that one, even that one, you know, you can save your game in it. And I've got it saved to the initial hardware here, but if I really want to, I can switch it over to the RAM card. I can save it all in this. So any probably future games I'll probably do that, but for now I'll just leave everything as it is. So yeah, I'll put it on now. So I can show you some key features. That'll be good, eh? Okay, there's my TV. I got an old telly. These old tellies are the best way to play these old games. What have we got? What have we got? Ooh. Let's see. Like I explained in the last two videos on Sonic ROM hacks, the main directory file here for Sonic games is the Sonic the Hedgehog ROMs. That's what I've called it. Nice and simple. Any Sonic game that's in here means that it works flawlessly, and there's no glitches or bugs that is going to hinder the gameplay. In other words, it's not going to crash or freeze suddenly, or it's not going to show address error or anything like that. These are the ones I've come across so far that work perfectly. It's almost 2 pages worth. So yeah, now I've even put music videos in here. I've only come across 2. I mean, they're not games, but you know, it's fun to watch. Sonic hacks. This is the directory folder where I first put all the ROM hacks that I download of Sonic. They all go in here. As you can see here, I've got what, nearly 4, almost a complete 4 pages worth. You know, except for probably 1 or 2, they nearly all don't play correctly. Can you believe that? That is disgraceful. This one I got the other day, Sonic the Hedgehog AGX, so that's only a demo, as it says on the bottom there, but I haven't really played that one yet. Sonic 1 Alternative, I haven't played that yet. I'm going to try that out later. I'm going to try that and see what it's like. Sonic 1 Lunacy, I'm not really interested in that because I checked that out the other day. It's literally only, you play through the first zone and that's the end of it. See, I'm not interested in demos. I want complete finished games to play. I don't want to play just, you know, just a short demo of a first level or something. I hate that. This Sonic the Hedgehog remix, that doesn't start on this, and I'll show you. It does the same thing in Fusion on that emulator. It'll crash here as soon as you see Sonic and Tails. See, it's frozen. It does that in Fusion, but it doesn't do it on Gens. Gens plays it. Like, it goes back to what I was saying before. The older emulators will play more of these as opposed to the later emulators, because the later ones are getting better. See, they're making them better. They're making them more and more like the real thing. So as time goes on, there's gonna, I think, shit's gonna hit the fan with a lot of these Sonic hacks, because we're gonna find more that don't play. Because emulators are getting stronger and better all the time. And Mega CD region buyers, yeah, this is where I store them all. This will be funny. I'll put this on. Watch it boot up. I haven't got a disc in there, of course. Okay. I'll just reset it. Oops, no, I can't reset it. I've literally got to turn it off and turn it on again to get out of that. That's it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to show you some more things that this flash card can do. So I've got it pointed at the TV there. I know you can roughly see reflection of me on the television screen, reflecting there. So I'm aware of that. This cartridge, Mega EverDrive V2 version flash card, this can also save your games. It has save state saving, just like the emulators have. So that's cool, isn't it? And I'll show you here. Let's go to what have we got? I'll do Sonic 2. Because Sonic 2 is my favourite one in the series. Always has been. Sega. Now, before I go on, I just want to say that the cartridge, yes, it brings up a menu here. I don't mean to say so much. Yeah, there's the menu there. In-game menu. You can save the state. So literally wherever you are in the game, you can save it. So I'll just go back in there. I didn't mean to exit. I pressed the wrong button. Now, the early EverDrive cards couldn't do this, so this one has all the key features that you really want to have if you want to get one of these. So aside from the Sonic ROM hacks, the save state feature was the other reason I wanted to get it. Turn the music off, because see, I don't know about the rest of you or what you do in your, you know, whether you're working or studying or whatever, but I personally work full time. I own my own home, and I've got a mortgage to pay off. So aside from working 5 days a week, you know, I have to do grocery shopping, I have to clean my house on the weekend, I have to vacuum and, you know, do the floors and stuff. So I don't have much time to play, you know, say these Sonic games or anything, you know, games in general. I don't have time to play them in one go, one sitting, you know, because these are old games and you can't really afford to turn it off and turn it on again, because then you'll be back at the start, won't you? It's not like Xbox or PlayStation today. Back in the day, you had to play these in one sitting. You had to literally sit there for an hour and a half or 40 minutes or whatever, however long it was, you know. And personally, I don't have the time, I don't always have the time to do that anymore. So being able to save from where I left off and then turn the machine completely off and then, you know, go to sleep, go to work the next day, come home, turn it on again and then be able to load exactly from where I left off, that is great. So I'll demonstrate here what the saving's like. Just say you wanted to save, just say you're up to Death Egg Zone. You're right here, right? You press down and start, as the manual explains. That's how to bring up the in-game menu. You press A to save state. Okay, it's saved. That's that quick. It's great. So let's go back to menu. Okay, I'm back in the menu. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn the machine right off. Okay, it's off. Okay, I'm turning it back on again. I'm going to go exactly back into the same game. One thing though I will add is you have to be careful when you're saving sometimes, because your finger might slip and you might accidentally save over a save state where you last were that you didn't plan on doing. Sometimes this happens in a fit of rage, like if you're losing or you know you're getting annoyed with you can't pass a boss or something. That's happened to me. Okay, so we're Emerald Hill, right? We're at the beginning of the game now. Okay, I'm gonna load the state. See, I'm back in Death Egg Zone. The reason why, sometimes, depending on the game you play, I'll say this as well, it can load exactly where you are, but sometimes the wrong music plays on the wrong level. Now, that's nothing to really be worried about, because you can easily fix it. Like it should be playing the Death Egg music, right, like it was before, but it's playing the Emerald Hill music because I loaded it from Emerald Hill Zone. It's just a small little error, sort of something that's not 100% correct with the Mega EverDrive, but it'll fix itself up here. See, it goes back to normal with the first sudden change. It does that with certain games, and I think it's to do with the sound driver, whatever sound driver or sound engine the game is that you're saving uses. Different things happen. So I'll do it here. I'll do it again. I'll do it in Chemical Plant Zone. We'll save state. Okay. Now we'll go back to the cheat screen, stage select. Okay, so let's just say I want to pick so I'm in the special stage. And I go to load from where it last was. You should hear the special stage music. Yeah, see? The special stage music in Chemical Plant. Now you can easily fix it. You don't panic, guys. You can fix it. All you got to do is I don't think I can get up there from here, can I? No, I'll have to go back. There's an invincibility power up there. I want to try and get it. So I can show you. Okay, see now it's gone back to normal. The game will just read the ROM as it's programmed. So as soon as the invincibility music will run out, you'll hear the chemical plant music, the intended music for the level. The special stage music's gone now. There you go. Back to normal. So it does that on certain games. I think it's to do with the Z80 sound driver. Any games I've noticed that use the Z80 sound driver, that happens. As opposed to Sonic 1's 68K, any games that use that sound driver, that doesn't happen, but it also screws up the music a little bit. So, Wing Fortress, right? Let's go back to Chemical Plant Zone, where I loaded the save state. Okay, we hear the Wing Fortress music now. So the other way to fix it, if you really, you want to fix it in a hurry, is you can lose a life. That'll fix it. Here we go. Chemical plant music will start now for the next try. See? So you don't have to worry. It only does that from wherever you saved to state. Not saved it, sorry, loaded, wherever you loaded it from. So we'll go back to the stage select. What you can do, say you're like what I just did. I saved in Chemical Plant Zone. What you can always do is go to the sound test, turn off the music completely so it's quiet, and go to the sound test. So Chemical Plant would be this one, OE, and then you load your save state right now. Oh, it didn't work that time, but that's I think that's because I pressed start. I went to exit the thing. I'll do it again. I didn't do it properly that time. Yeah, okay. Hang on. No, I didn't do it properly. It's hard because you've got to hold your finger on the start button. That's where I'm going wrong. Okay, I got it now. I got it. I'm loading. There you go. See, back to normal. That's what you can do. You can load it from the music in the sound test. It'll fix it up straight away. Or what else can you do? If it's quiet like this and you go to load it, you won't hear anything. Just sound effects, okay? Until I either get an invincibility item box or I lose a try. Just want to lose a try. It's quicker than getting the invincibility. As soon as the next try loads, the music will come back. It'll be normal. See? So you don't have to worry. That's nothing. And I'm assuming that would happen on, random games, but any games that use the Z80 sound driver. It seems to be the Z80 sound driver that does that. Because if I go to Sonic 1, that won't happen. But it does other things. There's another little glitchy sort of thing. It does, but it's not that. Okay. I'm in Spring Yard Zone now. I'm going to make a save here, okay? Now I'm going to exit, go back to the stage select. load it from somewhere else, like Scrap Brain. You press down and start, and you load. See, it's got the music, but you notice anything different? You notice it sounds slightly different? You're hearing synths that you would not normally hear in this music track. See, it sounds a bit different. I don't know if that will fix it. Yeah, it fixed it. See, it's back to normal now. So it's like before. It's just, I don't know why that happens. It depends on the sound driver, because Sonic 1 uses a different sound driver to Sonic 2. Sonic 1's the 68K, Sonic 2 is the Z80. So yeah. It's nice to hear it a bit differently for a change, but it's not supposed to sound like that. The other thing you can do is don't load it from anywhere where there's music. It's quiet like this. Okay, I'll press down and start now. I go to load it, it should be perfectly normal. No, it's not. See, it's different again. See, you can hear different synths. Doesn't that sound weird? The bass is different. But when you jump on that, it just fixes it up. See? Interesting, isn't it? Let's see what it sounds like now. See, it uses the same synths that we just heard in the Chaos Emerald get. Let's lose a try and it'll go back to normal. So yeah, that's what it does. It depends on the game. What I usually do when I save state, I'll get to the end of the level really quickly, because I usually save my game right just before the next level starts. That way you don't get that problem. I should have picked Act 2, because Act 2's got a power sneaker in it. I don't think this one does. Whoops! Okay. This is the best place to save it, is right here. As soon as you hear the cash register. As soon as it finishes. Okay, I'm going to save now. Save state. So, I'll exit, go back to the title screen, go back to the stage select. Now it doesn't matter what music plays. It'll go back to normal. See? That's the best way to do it. So yeah, guys, what else can I show you about the Mega EverDrive cartridge? I know it's been going a while. I have been playing one Sonic game here that I'm really happy with. Sonic 1 Red Book Audio Edition. That's a really good one. Now, what that does, it uses the very rare Mode 1 technique, where you can put an audio CD in the Mega CD, Sega CD attachment. If you've got it connected to your Genesis Mega Drive, it'll stream the music off your audio CD with the game. So I've got it here. I've got a disc here. It even says it on it, so I'll know. I'm going to put it in the drive now. And I'm going to play the game. It's going to read the music off the disc now. This is the music I put with it. Whoops. That wasn't me. But I'll do it again. Okay, I'll just play through the first level. It's the same game, it's just the music's different. You can play this game to any music you want. It doesn't have to be this stuff. I personally chose this music. This music was done by Carl Brueggemann, if you're wondering. He is a friggin' genius at making his own Mega Drive Genesis music. In fact, this is something I wouldn't mind showing him. Now that somebody actually took one of his many soundtracks and put it in a game. And you could do this with anything, any audio CD. If you wanted to play it with Nicki Minaj or Iron Maiden or anything, you could, you know, as long as the tracks correspond to somewhere in the game. Like track 1 is Green Hill, of course, what you can hear now. Shit really felt. A ripped that from Sonic Redemption, the Act Clear music. What I was trying to do, I suppose, I wanted to put, I wanted to make the music more advanced, a little bit. I wanted it to sound a little bit more advanced than what the Mega Drive Genesis Yamaha YM2612 would sound like. But I didn't want to put music like Sonic CD or that advanced. I just wanted it a little bit advanced. So I went with Carl Brueggemann. When you jump on the power sneakers, the music doesn't actually go fast. It doesn't actually do anything with the power sneakers. But this game works perfectly with the audio. You've got to hear the boss music. The boss music's really good. Ah, bastard B. He stopped me from jumping high. That's it. Bum 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 ba-ba-dee. I'll just turn it off now, and that's pretty much about it. There you go. That's my baby, the Mega EverDrive cartridge. That's the best one out there at the moment. So, you know, yeah. So, I've got a big collection of games, so I don't really need to put every single game in it. That's not for me. But, you know, I could put all these literally in it. So I don't even have to reach for them off the shelf. I know there's other people that do that. Other gamers and fans that do that. But I just put some of my favourites in it, and that's it. That's all I've done. You know, I will keep adding to it, but I'm not going to put every single freaking game in it. There's just too many. You know? Like, I got all the Sonic ones at the back. I know it's hard to see. The light's not very good here. Yeah, the light's not very good at all, is it? So yeah, there's all heaps of games here, you know. Yeah, I showed them ones, yeah. I've got, off the top of my head, I've probably got close to 300. I don't know exactly. So yeah, Golden Axe 3. I forgot Golden Axe 3. How rare is it to have Golden Axe 3? But I don't need to have it, so to speak, because I've got it in the Mega EverDrive cartridge. I don't think I can open it. There we go. Yeah, see, that's what it looks like. It's a Jap only game. It's got the manual, looks really nice. So yeah, that's about it. So I've shown the actual Mega Drive flash card itself. And when you save, you don't have to worry about, it doesn't write to the flash card like older versions of the EverDrive cart do. This saves directly to the micro SD card, SRAM backup. It doesn't, it's not going to run out of write cycles, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. You can save as many times as you like. You're not going to run out. this is the top of the line stuff here, as of 2015, until, you know, they bring out another one. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll probably start uploading playthroughs sometime in the future. I want to try and master some Sonic ROM hacks so I can upload some full playthroughs of them. But until then, you probably won't hear much from me for a while again now. I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you later. Catch you later, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.